I've just done this one here in watercolour, as an oversimplification of a complex forest scene in Wales near Liswen. And I'm going to do, or try to do, an abstract impression. That's the best way I can describe it. I've got a piece of rough Saunders £200 paper here, supplied by a friend David Dickinson. But I hope he doesn't mind me doing an acrylic on it. I've not primed it with a colour, but I've primed it with some PVA glue, diluted. So I'm going to put a background in and rough in sort of some grass and a bit of a stream. We'll see how we go, see how it develops. So there's my palette. There's lemon yellow, yellow ochre, white of course, cadmium red, ultramarine, burnt sienna, burnt umber, Payne's grey, not Payne's grey, black, and viridian, which is a great shortcut for grass. So I'll give the paper a bit of a spray, so that it will take the paint quite easily. It's just to spread out the initial washes. So I want to put a background wash of a bit of ochre, and this, well, we can do what we want. We don't have to stick to it, but let's just get a bit of colour in there. Look, see how easy it covers the rough paper when it's damp. Now we'll put in some more white, but I want a bit of a background of cadmium red and blue, plenty of white. Just this would be just a cool background colour, but as we build up some impasto on this, we can drag quite a bit over the rough paper, sketch the high spots. And there was a nice lot of green in there now. So nice bright summer green or early summer green, touch of viridian, bit of white with the yellow, a bit more of that. So we could just put in some of this nice colour in the background, over the background colour. As I build this up, I'm going to change it quite a lot. But it's just finding a way to go with the colours first and the blocking in. So don't worry, with this opaque medium you can work on it very quickly and cover up and change what you do as you go along. We've got some nice rocky bits. So let's have a bit of blue, bit of red, bit of sienna. There's just sort of a little stream coming down in here. I'll use a bit of umber as well. Maybe a bit of black with the umber. Not a lot of light showing in the river because it's not a river, it's a tiny stream. In the valley, I suppose. I haven't been there. This is Liswen, or an impression of Liswen in Wales. So let's just get some of that in. Now viridian mixes very well with yellow ochre to make realistic greens, but we want plenty of light in this as well. So just catching the light down through there. Although the right hand side is more in shadow than the left, but I've painted the other way around. It doesn't matter. We can drag over that with our nice grassy slopes. I don't want to labour this. I want to go for a bike ride over my local park, the Beddington Park, which goes on to the water meadows, or used to be Beddington Farm, and see how I haven't been over there this year, just to see some groups of trees and see how the spring is progressing. This is going to be a good year for blackberries. So, right, so let's get some of this back here. Well, just a bit of black, a bit of burnt sienna, a bit of red. This is the shadow on the rocks, but I'm not going to model the rocks really, I'm just going to suggest them. Right, okay, let's well, we've got some nice warm greens on the other side, on the right hand side, so viridian, red, cabin red, yellow, nice warmer colours, bit of ochre. I'm leaving some of this unpainted just as a bit of sparkle. A bit of white to that yellow. I'm working fast because I want to get out and about. Get this uploading if it's worth uploading. Today we've reached 1 million views, which is quite a milestone for us lesser mortals. I think maybe I need to bring the stream over there a little bit, so we'll just mark that in white and bit of umber and stuff. So let's get that coming down there. So we can just get a better shape of that there. That slope, I should have put more greens. It's coming down more there. So I'll change all that. So just get this black and burnt umber. Do light black. It's a great mixer. Right, so I'm going to go back on this now, see what we can do with that. So it's a very, very rich green, bright, brilliant green. Right, so this is the background. I'll probably make the sky a little bit darker. This is just that touch of viridian. You get these brilliant light greens. That's what I wanted to cover up, that bit there. But you only need a little bit of viridian, it's quite a strong colour. So this is where we're catching light coming through the branches. I'm going to put some branches in a moment. But I just wanted those brilliant greens in here, just poking through on the floor of the wood, little forest. My daughter and her partner went mountain biking or trail, off-road cycling over the weekend in Wales. And she sent me a load of lovely photographs of where they were. Right, okay, so that's so far so good. We've got a lot of colour in there. I'm going to put in, I haven't got any alizarin out, so I'm just going to use a bit of blue and a bit of the cabin red with a lot of white to make a nice cool background. That's too light. Let's just get that. Just create the illusion of a bluish sky poking through. just dragging over. And I can go over that. The paper's dry now, so it's taking quite a lot of nice colour. So the tones here are going to be quite close. Right, let's get that light coming down in there. So we're playing yellow, bright, brilliant yellowy greens off the light sky, but we've got to put in some trees. But we do that when we've got the background in, and then we can do stipple. Well, welcome back. I've had visitors, so I've had to start this up again. Right, I'm just putting some background trees. I have advanced it a little bit. Just want to put some of these background trees in using the yellow and burnt and yellow ochre. Using an 1.5" varnish brush now. So these show the light greeny sides of the, well, they're not quite like that, I think. So we just go over that then. I'll put a darker side to show the light coming from the left. And I'm not using a rigger for this, I'm just random putting the no, that's okay, we'll put a darker side on there. Look how fine lines you can get with these big brushes. It's like the hake, it's like a stiffer version of the hake, and it's a lovely brush. So we just carry on like that, we put a warmer one in, I think. Coming up from, I'm looking at my original picture, it's coming up from there. Right, let's get a bit of burnt umber in that. So that it shows. I just take the branches where they go. I'm just dabbing. I'll put a light side on that in a minute. See, deep in the forest, there's a lot of algae and ivy and all sorts of stuff growing up in these trees. Look at that thick up there. Lots of branches and stuff in here. I'm going to stipple over this in a minute when we get advanced enough to sort of see the home straight. I will do some rigger work on this if I can. Right, let's get a bit of light green on there. dark in there. A bit of shadow in there. So we'll put some warm colour in too, in the foreground, which I didn't do in the watercolour. But then the watercolours was a lot faster to do than this. I'm just using lots of colour in there. Okay, so we've got another one coming up. Let's put him in here. Need to just thin the water, the paint in a little bit. Let's put a bit of grass up in front of that. Let's get a little bit of sunlight through there. Okay, let's have some more of these. I think I'll leave the rigger till last because I'm going to, as I say, I'm going to stipple over some of this. And then we'll worry about the water afterwards. And I've got another one coming up. Coming up from here. Nice and thick up there. Oh, that's a mistake there. There's a bit of black in that shadow on the edge of this. Just having the occasional look at the back here, just put some more in. And we can put some ivy and just touching the outside of these, just rough them up a little bit. Be careful I don't use this brush for too long because the paint on it will dry and then I'll lose my brush. Let's get some light on there. Okay, right, put the brush in there, clean the other one out. And the rigger will be at the end, I think. So I'm going to just take the big brush out, the 1.5 inch brush, and put in some nice leaves. So viridian, bit of yellow ochre, a bit of white. Don't know if it's going to work. Just to break up that outline. No, there's some darker stuff in there. Bit of black and a bit of yellow, I think. I found making the green for the leaves a bit easier on the watercolour. Right, let's see if we can get a brighter, more brilliant green, just to go over that. It's not really going to register too many greens, and I don't want to spend too much time on this. Right, well let's resort to the rigger now and put in some darker notes. Some black and some sienna, burnt sienna. Plenty of water on this, otherwise it won't. These will be for the closer ones. Just twigs, branches, just things along on the floor of the slope here. A bit of white lighter stuff in there. Got to do the water. Then I'm going to have to fun editing the two pieces together again. Well, it's easy enough to do, but it takes time because I have friends turn up and don't want to be rude. Right, I'm going to put in like a floor to this stream here. And I'll go in with a bit of light. So just that background colour, just a touch of blue, a touch of red, maybe a bit of green. Mostly green, isn't it? Right, let's get a bit of green yellow in there. Right, that'll do for that. Maybe a few twigs now in the branches with the rigger. Don't forget to clean your brushes. We'll put those in burnt umber, I think. That'll do. Let's sign it. put a mount on it. I think the watercolours turned out a bit better, but we'll see. With a mount on it, it looks a lot better. So I'll put the blue mount on it. Okay, there we are. There we have it. Okay, so this went in Wales from a photograph sent to me by my daughter, who was there last weekend. Well, the weekend just gone by. Okay, right. Need to separate that, probably just a touch of lighter colour on there. Just catching a little bit of light. Right, that'll do. We'll let that go. Let's have a look at it. Okay. So it's just a little stream in the middle of Wales. Have a go at these things yourself. Don't try to put everything in, if you're a beginner, that is. If you're a more advanced painter, you can put whatever you like in, but it's simplifying a very complicated scene. There's so much in it, so many trees, branches, dead wood, but just trying to make an abstract sort of statement of it. Water's not white. It will reflect the sky, but we haven't got a lot of sky showing above, but I've just put it in a bit dark with some pebbly stuff underneath, just stippled in, and just a bit of light and some bit of green over the top of it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.